Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Freelance Friday edition. So, pretty much a couple of days ago, I did a short video on Sue Bird being named managing director for the Olympic cycle in 2028 and 2026, the Nationals. So I said that I was going to wait to do a full video because I wanted to gather more information. So with that being said, here I am. Now, as we know that with the United States feeling the pressure of Caitlin Clark from the last Olympic cycle last summer, knowing that good and well that Caitlin Clark should have been on the Olympic team, whether she was a starter or coming off the bench, whatever, capitalizing on the popularity of what she could have bring internationally to the Olympic team and sure weaved them. Now with Jen Rosenati and all of them backdooring Caitlin Clark and keeping her off, adding an old dinosaur Taurasi on the list, a broken down Chelsea Gray on the list, you know what I'm saying? Uh, a fragile Breonna Stewart on the list. They could have had new and exciting players on the list. Hell, you could have had Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on that list. You could have took them two. You could have took Chelsea Gray off. You could have took Breonna Stewart off. Heck, you could have took Diana Taurasi off, and you could have replaced them with a Cam Brink, a Angel Reese, definitely Caitlin Clark, and the team still would have won gold, no matter what. But now that they have made this change, and they know that they can't fumble it twice, because within the next couple of years, it's what, 2025 now? Next year is the Nationals. You know what I'm saying? And also in 2028, the Olympics going to be in Los Angeles. So you can pretty much have a whole list of teams there. Now we know Sue Bird, her accolades and everything. She's a WNBA champion, 5-time Olympian and everything. But this role is going to allow her to be responsible for players, roster, and coaching staff. And now I'm so glad because we don't have to worry about a person like Cheryl Reeves being in this mix. We don't have to, and I doggone sure don't want to see no Becky Hammond either. I don't want to see her in there. I'd rather see, me personally, I think Stephanie White will be the best person possible to be on this Olympic 2028 coaching staff. She could pick her player, the coaches, and everything else. I would love to see Stephanie White get the nod this cycle coming up. Now the position is similar to what Grant Hill did and everything when he was took over the Team USA in 2021, and he helped assemble a team that took home the gold in 2024. So he had his hand into the team that was and everything like that. So let me drop this video for y'all for Sue Bird, and then I'll get back with you.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. There she is. I am so excited. Cannot wait to start my journey as the new senior women's national team managing director. First thing up, picking a coach, picking a team for the World Cup. But like I said, just so excited to start this journey, and let's get to it.
I think Grant Hill really sticks out. He's just somebody that through this whole process, he's kind of turned into this like annoying big brother in a sense, where, he didn't bug me per se, but he was just always kind of right there in my ear about this role, but more so just telling me how much he enjoyed it and how much it brought out of him. Obviously, the goal is to win gold medals, and obviously in this role, you're just trying to provide whatever support you can to get there. But he also was like, man, my juices got going. Like, I hadn't felt that in a while. It's really something special. So to go through this process a little bit with him, like I said, kind of in my ear, and then today, he texted just to enjoy the moment and congratulations. He might have been one of those, you were born for this, was really special. And I'm glad, more than anything, that I can really rely on him. I mean, he is available whenever for whatever question, because he's obviously just kind of gone through it. Not kind of, he's just gone through it. So I feel really lucky that I have him. I imagine, though, I'm just going to bring my knowledge. I'm going to bring my experience. I think being a player is unique. I've had to be on a variety of USA basketball teams, whether we were trying to win a gold medal at the Olympics or at a World Cup, or just getting together to get some practices in to have an exhibition game. And a big part of that is understanding players, understanding who fits, understanding chemistry. You're also playing for a variety of coaches. At times, maybe the head coach couldn't be there because they had other obligations. So you're playing for assistants. My point is, I've experienced all of that. And part of my role as a point guard, as a leader, was to make it work. And so I'm really going to lean on that understanding, not just in USA basketball, really my entire career. That's kind of always existed. And that's really what I want to bring here. Just analyzing, keeping my eyes open, watching players, and just trying to see what's going to fit to allow us to win gold medals. I've never been in the seat, but I have a ton of experience in other ways that other people who could have been in the seat might not have had. So just trying to really bring that, and then again, lean on those that have been here. Really try to lean on that and understand that, yes, I am a big part of this decision. I'm not the only part of these decisions.
All right, so you heard what she had to say about being in that position and relying on Grant Hill, who just went through this. But also, did you know that they did not have a managing director for the last cycle? The committee was the one that was responsible for picking the talent and the coaching. Now, I remind you, if they had a managing director last cycle, Caitlin Clark would have been on that Olympic team the first go around, without a shadow of a doubt. But now, with Sue Bird heading this group this time around, they know that they cannot make the mistake again. We already know that she would have been on the Olympic team this in 2028. What was annoying that she didn't make it the first time around when you had Diana Taurasi made it the first time around, and Candace Parker got snubbed. You don't want to do that because they're all going to be people being off, but when your most popular, most recognizable, and most dominant player is Caitlin Clark, there's nothing you could do. And Caitlin Clark took it personal the second half of the season, and that's when the Fever went on that run, that historical second half run. Now, like I said before, I do not want to see no Becky Hammond, and definitely there won't be no Cheryl Reeves this time around. Thank God. Now, who are the players that could be on this list? There's a lot. Paige probably gonna be on there. There's no way you're gonna leave Paige off. There's no way. Now, would she get more playing time than Caitlin Clark? No, she not. Because Caitlin Clark is gonna be the starter. She's going to be the point guard head of that Olympic team. You're not gonna see no Brittany Griner. You're not gonna see no Chelsea Gray on there. I would love to see a Ricky Omawale on there. I would love to see Kelsey Mitchell on there, but most likely she might not make it on there. I would love to see a Leo Boston on there. Angel Reese going to be on there. Caitlin Clark's going to be on there. Paige Becker's going to be on there. You're going to see Juju probably going to be on there because it's in LA. So that's 4 of the young talent right there. Um, you probably get a Leo Boston at 5. You definitely gonna get Asia Wilson at 6. Um, will Breonna Stewart come back again? She could play in the Nationals, but not in the Olympics. That would be better not having her back on the Olympic team again, because you need young legs on this Olympic team. You need it on this Olympic team, no matter how you cut it. Um, so there's a slew of people that could be on this team. Me personally, I think Sue Bird being here is the right choice because she knew that Caitlin Clark should have been on there. Everybody knew that. And guess what? Now the Olympic team is going to focus solely when they come around because it's going to gravitate. The Olympics is going to gravitate towards Caitlin Clark. She's going to outshine all of these players that's going to be on it. I don't care who you got on there. Her popularity is going to be so magnetic. You already see it as it is. And then you think about this. If she makes it to the Berlin part, then that's going to be even bigger for her, popularity wise. I'm going to let you listen to what Sue Bird had to say about that.
I think women's basketball is truly having a moment, but not just a singular moment. It's starting to expand. It's not just this one game, this one time. You're seeing it all over the world at all different competitions, and I don't think it'll be any different in Berlin. I'm really looking forward to it. 2 years is so short. It's like right around the corner, but at the same time, it's so much time, and there's going to be new names that come about from the U.S., from other countries. You might see Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese on that World Cup team. You might even see Paige Beckers. Obviously, I'm more familiar with the younger players in the U.S., so I think the excitement is just going to continue to grow in the next 2 years.
And that's true. You might see Caitlin, you might see Paige, you might see Angel. But if they don't be on that Berlin team, that doesn't mean they won't be on the main Olympic team. But again, this is the direction they should have went in 4 years ago when they was assembling the team. But again, now I said this before in a lot of my older videos and stuff like that. The way the WNBA is moving now, the way they are moving, is trying to embrace more of the younger athletes. The Caitlin Clarks, the Cam Brings, the Ricky Jackson, the Angel Reese's, but they know that none of them has the star power. None of them has the star power like Caitlin Clark. You need Caitlin Clark more than ever. I don't care who you might have on that team. If Caitlin Clark is not on that team, nobody's going to be watching it. That was evident last summer. Last summer, we didn't see that. They was empty arenas. Yeah, they won gold, barely. You know what I'm saying? And what would have been so embarrassing if they had lost gold to France? If they had, if they had lost to France, guess what would have happened? They would have got obliterated in the media. But they got lucky. They got very, very lucky. And they know that. So now it's time to usher in a new group of players, younger, who's going to compete for Olympics for the next 2 to 3 years, 2 to 3 to 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, congratulations to Sue Bird. I do believe she will make the right decision. I don't have no worry that Caitlin Clark won't be on there. And dang sure I know she will be a starter for the Olympic team. So that's one thing. I think if you do have Juju and Paige on there, they will not be starters. They definitely will be backups on that Olympic team, but Caitlin Clark will be a starter. I think you will probably have somebody like Enrique Guma-Wally on there. She deserves to be on the Olympic team. Um, like I said, Angel Reese probably be on there. She probably would be a starter alongside um, um, Asia Wilson. So let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. Keep it locked and loaded. As always, as I'm Live Wild Sports Media, this is your Freelance Friday. Until the next time, folks, you know what it is.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.